Boola, the new social challenge app that'll change the way you and your buddies challenge or dare each other, is finally here.
We're totally gonna win!
Nah, man, I'm putting a Boola on it. Loser has to wear my sister's tutu.
Just put a Boola on.
I'm in!
You can challenge your friends, your enemies, or even a complete stranger to anything, anytime, anywhere. The best part is, the app will hold you accountable.
The Boola's official. You can't back out now.
Bro, he's wearing it too.
Yeah, everyone's seeing it, dude. I can't believe it.
Boola, Boola!
Boola, make life fun.
That's all right. I like talking sports, ball, Coach. You're listening to Win the Weekend, WTW. This is Josh Booty with Coach Noel Mazzone.
Josh, how you doing out here at beautiful Waste Management?
Phoenix Open
What
weekend,
a day.
brother.
If
It's
you're not
unbelievable.
here, you're nobody.
We can't wait to get out there today. We got a special guest with us, one of my best friends in the world, Sean Morgan from Fort Lauderdale. Flew in last night.
Go see you, Sean.
Hang out a little bit with us. You're a big football guy. I mean, we got Super Bowl 57, Eagles. What do you think about the matchup, first of all?
You got Waste Management and Super Bowl in the same weekend in the same city. Who doesn't want to be here? So
You have
unbelievable.
to be here this weekend.
Yeah.
If you're not here, you're missing out on like the greatest weekend in sports every 4 or 5 years when it happens, right?
yes.
I mean,
You gotta
it's
do it.
crazy.
You
It's
gotta do it.
crazy. So you're running around. I know you represent a lot of guys and do a lot with athletes in all sports.
Sure.
Do you love dealing with these guys? But give us some knowledge on some of the guys that you work with. I know I met you through Urban Meyer. Coach Meyer's awesome.
Yep.
We played a little golf, and you take a little cheese off of him all the time.
Well, he'd be quick to tell you that that's with strokes, but that's okay.
Oh, he go with strokes.
It's a gentleman's game. You play your handicap. So, I mean, I certainly wouldn't beat him straight up, but with strokes. I've gotten him once or twice.
He's the only guy that takes about 45 seconds over his shot before he hits the dang ball. I'm like, Coach, make a shot here, please. I mean, you're killing me. We're going to have an 8-hour round here, Coach.
I don't know. You must have caught him on a bad day. He's usually a pretty quick player, so I think him and Jordan would get along well. I think he needs to go play Grove 23 because he plays pretty quick.
He plays quick. Well, maybe that's changed. I know he loves the game, and you love the game. We get to play some in South Florida. I'm right down the road from Sean. We get to hang out a lot. But
South Beach, Fort Lauderdale, we got the East Coast covered in Florida.
Now, Booty I can beat straight up. I don't need any strokes there.
That's a Boola challenge.
That's a Boola.
That's a Boola.
That's a straight up lie. That was a straight up lie.
Maybe
Plus
Jack
shops. Yeah, I can't beat Jack Booty, not Josh Booty.
They have some epic matchups. And our boy Steve Goodell back home. A quick shout out to Steve Goodell. My goodness, dude. We've had some funny matches at Doral.
There was the
We gotta
famous
get you in
time that Goody just decided to drive off the course.
On 16
he got mad and he just left.
said, I'm going to get some of these boys in the pro shop. I'm tired of losing money.
Who's that?
You got
Who's that?
Steve Goodell, a guy that played
Broke the
minor.
club, threw it in the trees, got in the cart, drove him.
Peace, I'm out.
Yep, I'm out.
I'm out. See you later.
Yep, went home, didn't come to dinner, nothing. I mean, didn't even settle his bets. That's why you need Boola.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like that right there. It's why you need Boola.
Exactly. Well, you Florida Gator,
Yes,
SEC
sir.
guy.
Yes, sir.
We
to Florida?
kind of got the SEC
What year
covered
were you
here.
in Florida?
I graduated in 01.
Let me see. I think I was at Auburn. We played you there. Ole Miss, I played you there, and then Texas A&M. We went down there and actually beat them a few years back, 2017, 18. You guys had a D lineman there that was ridiculous in 17.
Who was it?
Man, he was good.
They got
Florida's
D-lineman every
always
year.
got- yeah,
You're
Florida's
talking
always
about
got
one
D-lineman.
D lineman. They got them
Playing
every
in the
year.
Swamp.
Yeah, but we had Alex Brown, Gerard Warren,
and coach against all those guys.
Javon Curse, if you ever heard of the free. Some of the best players in the world come out of this.
This is how it is. Like you look at a game, like in the Pac-12. I was there for a long time, and you go, okay, who can, as an offense, who can ruin the game for me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, they got a D end. I got to worry about him. I might have to
Double
chip
team
him.
him, chip
I might have
him.
to turn protection to him. All right. In the Pac-12, because they got one guy.
Yeah.
You go play the Floridas and the Georgias. You go. They got 4 guys.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody ruin the game for you.
Can
Yeah.
run the game.
My running joke was, in 06, everybody said, it's a different world. Everybody wants to talk about SEC speed, and all anybody wanted to talk about was Ohio State had the fastest player on the field, and Ted Ginn. And I believe it was Kirk Herbstreit said we didn't belong on the field with them, which he ended up being right. It was just the opposite of what his intent was. But what they didn't realize is that, yes, Ted Ginn was the fastest guy on the field, but we probably had the second to 10. And they were, a hair behind Ted Ginn.
And there was about 8 of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, from 2 to 10, it was all Gators. And, yeah, Ted might have run a 4.24 or whatever, but we had a guy running 4.25, 4.26, 4.27, 4.28.
When I was at Auburn, we played Florida with the quarterback that went to Chicago, Rex Grossman, and he's throwing the gap.
Gaffney,
you know,
Shea Caldwell.
Yeah,
Caldwell. Wow.
In the dome in Atlanta, and it was like, fake it, throw the post route, touchdown.
That was a guy who never got the love he really should have. That guy, man,
He was unbelievable.
he was there when I was there. He was a hell of a college quarterback, and I mean, again, he did bring the Bears
Ball
to the
came
Super
out.
Bowl.
Indiana boy,
You know, yeah.
right? Came from Indiana.
He
He
did
got
bring
the
the
most
Bears to
out
the
of it.
Super Bowl.
He had the it factor. I know we played them at the Swamp, and they beat the dog out of us. Of course, they were ranked 1 or 2 in 2000. We went there with Saban, and they beat the dog out, beat the piss out of us, and we were so aggravated. It was an 11 a.m. start. I think on Jefferson Pilot back in the day. They kept our butt, dude. Again, they caught like 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yes.
They ran the rock too, and that's what even Spurrier's team. They ran the ball effectively. Fred Taylor, we saw him the other night.
On the ball, which I'll never understand.
Freddie Taylor?
Yeah.
Dude, Freddie Taylor, he was with
He
us
ran
at
the ball. We played defense. I told you I was in the front row for that game. I still remember it vividly because he was,
We were
right
trying
behind
to
the
make it
LSU
work.
bench, and my seat,
You
my
were probably
student
dog
ticket just
cussing
happened to
me.
Be in the 100%, 100%.
We were talking trash. I was like, who is this guy?
So were you there? Did you come to the Auburn game in like I think 2000 or 99 when we kicked the field goal with Duval at the end against Florida? Remember that one?
I was not at that game, but yes,
Yes.
I do remember that.
We went down, kicked the field goal at the very
Yeah,
end
Dave
to
Duval.
win the game.
Yep.
The Gator, when the Swamp is rocking, it's
Yeah.
about as good as it gets in
Yeah.
college football. It's
Yep.
bucket list top 3 or 4.
Absolutely.
And when Spurrier was there, I mean, it was number 1. I mean, they were winning
We've
championships.
got nothing but Florida today. We got Tebow on here.
I know. Who
We
is
got
this?
Shea, we got it's Gators. Let's talk some.
Where's Werfel?
Bayou.
Where?
Yeah.
I got an SEC football question for the Win the Weekend boys. So, as a Gator, I had this conversation recently with a Bulldog fan. Do you think the game should stay in Jacksonville or go back to home and home?
The biggest cocktail
biggest cocktail party in the world?
I like home and home because you get they're coming to your house.
Listen,
every
as
other
much
year. You
as
get
I
to
hate
talk
Georgia,
trash when they come
I'd
to
love
the
to
house.
see a game between the hedges.
100%.
I think those players deserve to play between the hedges. If they really want to keep the cocktail party, do a 3-game rotation.
Once every 3 years. I like that.
I mean,
I said
and every
earlier.
kid, if you're in school for 3 years, is going to play there, play home, play away, play at the cocktail.
you get another home game as a player too.
Auburn,
That's awesome.
Alabama used to do that, right?
Yeah.
Had the neutral site in Birmingham.
Birmingham, yeah.
And
I've been to one of
it's
those.
so much better when you're going to their house.
When you got to go
They're
play
coming
on
to
the
your
road, that
house.
environment,
Yes.
especially at night in the SEC. Good God, it's a lot of fun.
I mean, it almost sounds, anti-SEC, but I mean, I'd love to see him go to the home and homes.
yeah,
I'd love to get rid of the cocktail party.
that would be awesome. I know. Let's give your business a little plug. Famous Inc. Let's talk. Tell us a little bit about
What is
Famous Inc.
Famous Inc?
So we are a sports memorabilia company. We have exclusive and non-exclusive contracts with a lot of different players. We don't do much in the world of hockey. Do a lot of football, a lot of basketball, a lot of baseball. David Ortiz and Jim Tomey are 2 of my baseball guys. Do a lot of work with Shaq, Allen Iverson. And then in football, current guys.
Practice.
You talk about practice at all
He's going to
time.
be in town tonight for his GQ appearance.
I love it.
And then
The
current
answer.
players, I have Josh Jacobs, Jamar Chase, Ezekiel Elliott are all exclusive.
Oh wow,
partners.
you got some guys.
You got some dudes,
going.
man.
Do you have any Josh Booty memorabilia that we could buy online?
I do not. I think we need to get some.
I think we'd be a
Some old LSU stuff. You were screaming at me in the front row. No way. No, man, it's awesome having you on the show. We're gonna have a lot of fun today, of course, at the Phoenix Open. This golf stuff with football. I mean, it's just heaven for us because we love this stuff, right? And
Absolutely.
And to have Coach here doing the show with us, it's always a pleasure. But thank you for joining us, bud.
Absolutely.
We love
Thanks
it. Where
for
can we
having
find you on social?
Famous.inc on Instagram, and our website is famousinc.com.
Awesome.
So is it just all ex-players, or is it?
All different types of sports memorabilia. We've got vintage stuff. We've got more current stuff, and everything is authenticated, witnessed.
So if I want a signed jersey from Joe Namath, you may have it.
Jump on the website.
That's awesome.
Got it all.
We're actually
That's
participating
awesome.
in signing with Joe Namath in about 2 weeks.
That's my man, Matter of Style. That Joe Broadway Joe's my
Hey,
man.
he's the only guy that travels more than we do doing this stuff, bro. It's unbelievable.
How long have you been doing this?
really my whole life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you built this company.
Yeah, when I was about 13, my dad started a baseball card business with me, just to keep me out of trouble, really. And I moved more towards the memorabilia. That's what I enjoyed. And then as I got older, my relationships with a lot of players, I started a marketing company, doing a lot of marketing deals with these players, just due to the relationships I had. and now becoming a contract agent. So
That's cool. Very cool.
That is awesome. I turn on my Instagram and it's he's with Larry Bird or he's with Shaq. I'm like, this is unbelievable.
Oh my God, if you give me Namath and the legend, those are my guys, right?
We got to get that for my new house that you're building in the back of your
In the back of,
property.
yes, the casita. You're in the casita. Yeah.
That's right. Well, buddy, we
Booty crash pad.
Booty crash pad.
just guess.
Wait. Did you tell them about the Generals deal, like with the shirts and all that? That's going
yeah,
good,
the
right?
NIL stuff's so crazy, and I know you're in the middle of all this stuff with signings and college and these players coming out. What do you think about the NIL? That's a good one as we kind of get out of here today. What do you think about it?
It's tough. I think it's great that the players are being compensated now. I wish there was some more protection for them from themselves. I don't even want to think of what I would have been at 18 years old with all that money.
The decisions that they have to make after the fact.
Of course,
they got the money in the pocket.
You got a nice fat check. When
the
you're
minor
18 years
leagues
old.
is kind of like it's kind of becoming like the minor leagues, right? Of the NFL.
Yeah, but I'm sure your signing bonus is pretty strong.
I went dumbass went down and bought an NSX.
Wait, an Acura.
An Acura NSX, and I was out, man. I
think it's great they're being compensated, but I'd love to see some more protection for them from others and from themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, there's contracts getting signed that aren't getting read. That's a problem.
If you ever ride with this guy, it's worse than being with me in an NSX. This guy's got a need for speed, bro. And I got more stories that I can't even tell on camera about this guy and automobiles and speed and all kinds of stuff.
A little bit of a lead foot.
So you're the perfect guy, because this is something that's always I've wondered about. So I was training, like when I would train for their pro days or their combines, like Tebow and Brock Osweiler and Ponder, all these guys, right? And they haven't gone to the NFL; they're just going to their pro days.
Right.
And so we would go eat dinner, and then they would all pull out these boxes of cards.
Yeah.
And they would sit there for like 2 hours signing them, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you guys doing? I mean, do they pay you for this? Yeah, coach. They gave me $5,000 to sign like 1,500 of them.
Let me tell you
What do
this,
they
and
do
he
with those
knows.
cards?
So those are the cards that kids get when you like open up a pack.
Yeah, they put them inside.
So what they do is they'll send you.
So they'll bubble gum
cards.
So they send them the cards, they sign them, then they send them back, and they go into the packs. And the other thing they do is stickers. So they'll have them sign. Did you ever see them signing the stickers?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes when they don't want to send the cards out because they get lost or damaged or whatever, they'll just have them sign the stickers. Then they put the stickers on the cards.
So
That's
that's
a good way
coming from the companies that make the cards.
Panini's the biggest one for football. They're a great company, and they, like I said, they'll send if you're a highly rated rookie, they'll send you 10,000 autographs the first year.
Yeah, they're big old
Dude, I got an awesome story. My first off-the-field deal as a Marlin, that 94 when I signed my deal, was signature rookies. And there's a reason they're not still around. Is because they paid me, I think it was $125,000 to sign 25,000 cards, but it took me 6 months to do it because I would do it in between, games and I'd go back to my room, do 300, and my wrist would get tired. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get carpal tunnel and can't hit the next day. But that's the kind of deals that were happening back then.
$5 an autograph doesn't sound like a lot, but once you put it over 25,000 cards,
dude, that's exactly what the deal was. And Morad, Steinberg and Morad did that deal. We're gonna see Steinberg Saturday, the players
party, right?
That's what that's what you guys do, and y'all,
So do you do that for like college guys coming out now? You set deals up like that?
When they're coming out, we set up all kinds of marketing deals, appearances, autographs.
So you would call up Caleb Williams and go, hey, I got deals for you?
Well, he's not my guy.
But his agent, example.
Yeah.
Well,
his agent would reach out. Yeah, let's
His
get some
agent will
deals.
go to him and say, Caleb, Panini's offering, $1 million for, 25,000 autographs over the next 2 years or something like that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
There's just so many layers to this. There's levels to this shit, bro.
It is, man. Or he's got a niche and he's killed it with the game. Famous Inc. is
That's
awesome.
what a lot of people don't understand about these players is, they make a lot of money on the field, but the opportunities off the field, especially if you maximize them, are just infinite. You look at a guy like Shaq. He's got such a great personality. He's just good to everybody he meets, and it's really taken him to where he is in business.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about like going and educating our college or high school and college players about that piece of them branding themselves, marketing themselves with the NILs and all that, about what roads to go down, what decisions to make?
Well, again, it goes back to what I said earlier about the NIL. We talked about, having more guidance for these guys. I don't want to name names of 2 different college coaches I work with. When this first started, called me and said, what are your thoughts? What are your, do you have any ideas or anything? And I just said, basically, these guys need some guidance. There has to be somebody on staff, and
They do need guidance.
They basically said we're not allowed.
Really?
So not only is the NCAA now letting these guys get paid, but then they're basically
not
taking
watching
away
over.
your ability to guide these guys.
These are 17-year-old kids. Also got $250,000 in the bank.
Right.
Tell me, I got a question about this too. It's big markets like New York, L.A. How much do they play a role in the opportunities that players get from a signing
It
perspective?
means the world.
It means the world, right? So people want to land in big markets to have bigger deals, right?
You know, Larry
Isn't that
Fitzgerald,
amazing? Timing's everything.
You look at a guy like Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, he's arguably the best to ever do it. I mean, I hate to ever say it's not
Jerry Rice.
I mean,
he's sitting at the table.
But he's not at the head of the table. He's not at the table.
He's at the table.
We figured it out
And,
at
I
the
mean,
table.
You talk about a guy who doesn't get the respect he deserves because of where he played.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if Larry Fitzgerald played in New York?
Oh, think
And the
about
market
it. Look what
opportunities
happened
he
with
had.
Odell. He made one catch, and that's how you know he's the biggest thing since sliced bread.
Right.
And don't take anything from him, but Larry Fitzgerald
he's
is one of
Larry
the top four of all time.
So does a high school kid take that in fast? I got an offer from MSC in L.A.
right
and I got
now,
an offer from
100%.
Manhattan,
Game changer.
Kansas, and I'm
You
a baller.
have to.
You got
You
to
have
start to take those into effect,
Now, in
right?
college football, it's not necessarily your traditional big markets because college football isn't big in New York or in Boston or something like that. But, you know,
That's a
you
good
want to
point.
go to Texas. You want to go to Ohio State, you know.
Right.
Big
Columbus.
pockets.
Yeah.
Big
You wanna go
pockets.
to
The rich
Athens.
get
Yeah,
richer, right? I mean,
absolutely.
that's
Absolutely.
amazing. That's going to change college football and the super conferences. I mean, we're fit to see this whole thing morph into
Yeah, it's all
AFC and NFC, really, right?
it's
I
all
mean, is that
gonna
what you
change.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, what he does has just exponentially gotten huge. Sure. Because
Yeah.
it's now at the college level. Then it's going to be in the high school.
timing on what he's done,
Yeah.
and he's so established now. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Okay, so look at bro. Neither one of us are famous. We have no money. All right, can you help us with our marketing here deal?
I'll see what I can do. I'm going to make some calls and I'm going to say, listen, I have a couple of not famous broke guys that would love to do a deal with you. And I'm going to see how that sounds.
I bet the offers just come rolling in, don't they?
He has tights on it.
So sitting here next to you, I mean, if you wear the hat and the glasses, I could just tell people you're Goldberg. And
Exactly.
I say he's breaking bad.
Walter White.
I'm just going to wear your Goldberg and, you know, we'll cash checks.
Perception's reality, baby. Well, man, we love having you on the show. This is a pleasure for us to have you on here.
This
brother.
is interesting. This could be like a 2-hour show. Listen.
Oh, dude, Don, so let's have it back on.
But this is stuff nobody knows, right?
Yeah.
They don't understand how that all
Behind-the-scenes
works, right?
It's definitely a niche industry.
Yeah,
no question.
we love it. Well, man, we appreciate y'all listening to Win the Weekend, WTW. Coach Noel and I
WTW.
with Shaw Morgan, and we're out.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah,
Thank
baby.
you. That was awesome.